In CEO's most recent poverty report in New York City, which covers the period up through 2012, we found that the city's poverty rate in that year stood at 21.4%, and that when combined with the near poor, those who are at under 150% of CEO's poverty level, the rate was a full 46% of city residents. These numbers are bracing. And it's true even for that the challenges extend to New Yorkers who are working. 8% of New Yorkers who work full-time, year-round, live in poverty. And so in New York City and across the country, fundamental ideals are at stake.
The Center for Economic Opportunity was folded into the Office of Operations for the first time. Seems like a small thing, but it's not a small thing. It's a way that you are organizing. It's a decision you're making. It's a lever you have about how to build the kind of structure that gives you the best shot at making the best decisions that you can make. So that's one thing. And writ large, you're trying to create a city that is galvanized around making the best decisions it can make around how to address inequality and poverty.
It's important to understand that the issues that you are working on have taken on new currency. And as you think about how to be able to do your work in ways that are innovative and effective and get to scale, I think that we have to think differently. We have to think differently, because once you realize how urgent it is that we get it right in this moment, it's not enough to do a small pilot project that you're very proud of because it succeeded. We have to use this moment to help all succeed. It's not enough to make sure that everybody is getting an equal dose of whatever it is you think is good. That dose of whatever it is you think it's good has to produce a good outcome. When we solve problems for those who are most vulnerable, we solve them for everybody. We got to deal with inequality, and equity is the antidote to inequality. We have to make sure that we're preparing our city, our parish, our county, our state, our nation for the future. And we have to invest in people who are going to be the future. When we do that, how are people being left behind? How are they being cut out? And what can we do to make sure that we accelerate their inclusion? We've got to think about how to fundamentally bring a new lens to everything we're doing. We have to figure out how to operate at a level of scale and inclusion which we have never done. We have to hold ourselves accountable for outcomes and measure how we're doing all along the way. In the end, the innovation that we need in America is the innovation of inclusion. We need it now because America is changing fast, and its future depends on getting it right in this moment. Inequality will either continue to grow, or we will figure out how to shrink it. We are either going to become a nation of haves and have-nots, or we're going to become a nation of inclusion. Government has a huge place in that equation. It sets the pace and the rhythm of change.